Good morning, friends. All right, so I have this project idea and I want to explain what systems dynamics modeling is. Hopefully we can come up with a really cool project to use it with. So I'm actually just going to turn my camera around and show you my systems dynamics book. This is the book that I'm using in a systems dynamics modeling course that I'm taking right now. And it's by John Sterman, who's a MIT guy, and he's really good. I'm really enjoying this book. So systems dynamics modeling is a way of modeling complex systems using stocks and flows. This is one example of a systems dynamics model from the book. And this is about like a power plant and the maintenance of the equipment in the power plant. I thought this was a really good example of what a systems dynamics model can do. So you have some stocks which accumulate over time. So this is a stock of equipment defects, right? These accumulate and flow out of the stock by these flow paths, which you can assign rates to. So we've got how defect creation flow, which is being affected by some different things such as part quality and collateral damage. So like collateral damage is increasing the defect creation flow rate, and part quality is decreasing it, because as you get higher part qualities, you get less defects. And then defects are being eliminated both through repair and through maintenance. So when there's an actual malfunction, defects get repaired, and when there's planned scheduled maintenance, this planned maintenance, you get the defects get repaired. So that's how the defects like come in and out of this stock. And then this is like a map of all the different feedback loops that happen. So if we just follow one of these loops as an example, we've got the collateral damage loop here, which comes because as equipment defects accumulate, you get a higher breakdown rate. That's what this plus arrow is here. And then that in turn causes collateral damage, which leads to more defect creation and in turn increases the equipment defects. So they call this loop here the collateral damage loop. So it helps you model, and then you can put this in a computer model and you can find out how the whole system functions over time. The computer model will just integrate all of these rates of change over time and tell you how the system will behave as a whole. And so you can test out different policy interventions and things, and it's really cool. I just wanted to give you one other little example here. So this is a diagram of how professors move through academic institutions. And I liked it because it's got these 3 different stocks, just to give you an example of other types of things you can do with the stock and flow models. So the assistant hire rate flows into the assistant professors, and then the promotion rate to associate professors, and then the promotion rate to full professors, and then the retirement rate. And then it's got, you guys can pause and kind of analyze for yourself what you think all these different loops and variables are representing. And then the other thing I really like about this project idea is that it can have a great deal of utility even at a more limited scope. So even if the project doesn't end up making a full working model, which I think we can make a working model and actually do some analysis of the dynamics of the system as a whole, but the modeling process itself is really instructive. You can just learn a lot about the system by making these causal loop diagrams. So like for instance here we've got a model of like a team that's working on a deadline, and So like if we follow this little loop around, we've got work completion rate. As that increases, it reduces the assignment backlog. So this would probably be a stock. And as the assignment backlog increases, that increases the work pressure on the team members, which in turn decreases the effort devoted to assignments, which decreases the work completion rate. And so, that's what they're calling the corner cutting loop here. Anyway, so it helps you identify these feedback processes within complex systems. And so I think it can be really useful even if it ends up being a limited scope, but there's like stages along the way of the modeling process that are really useful. So I'm hoping that we can find a system to play with. I'm talking to a few people, we've got some ideas, but let me know if you've got an idea of a system. It's really important to have a well-defined problem for this kind of modeling process to be effective. So if you have a target system that you know a lot about and you know a lot about a particular problem that we could use the modeling to address, let me know. That would be super fun. Thanks.